Are you ready? It's that show. It's that show you've heard about. It's that show you tell your friends about. It's that show you don't want to miss. All right, so this is Girl Talk. So you have four women. We bring four different topics to the table. And the first young lady, I actually asked her because I stumbled upon her Facebook page, and she was in the midst of quite a conversation. So, Trina Nicole,
Yes.
come on, share your topic with us first.
Okay, so my topic is, let me see, I'm trying to see exactly what I said. So I said, riddle me this. Why is it the men that I like don't like me, and the ones that I be liking, I don't be liking them? Send help. Hashtag send help.
And it was quite a discussion.
It was quite a discussion. I'm trying to find it because, yeah, I had all the comments. I don't know. We were talking about earlier, like, first of all, because how we all single. No, you're not single, Paige. Okay, so we all know that the dating pool got pee in it.
The pool has pee in it.
The pool has pee in it.
They need to get that little blue chemical so everybody
we can
know.
Yeah, so just so y'all know. So I posed that question because it just seems like, like you meet somebody and like they'll be into you, and then you're like, it ain't no chemistry. But then I'll meet somebody, I'm like, oh, I kind of like him a little bit, and then he don't be liking me back. I'm like, what is happening?
So
I'm like, why you don't like me?
I want to. So did you ask anybody that?
I haven't really asked anybody because I don't let it get that far. Like, once I kind of feel the vibe, I'm like, he don't like me like that. Because I just feel like a man that like you, if my presence doesn't inspire you to do the most for me, I'm not the girl for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Period. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, because it's the actions, right?
I
like,
agree.
So if none of your actions are showing that you like me, then what are we doing?
So let me ask you this, because I know that that it popped into people's minds. So what does doing the most mean?
That was one of my questions. So probably the first thing everybody gonna think is we talking about like money and spending money. No, it's making time for me. Like, if you're I'm a very busy woman myself. I'm a multi business owner. My kids and all the activities, they do all the things. So people make time for what they want to make time for. So if you're not showing up for me, supporting me, making time for me, just reaching out. Communication is big. Like, bro, you don't like me for real. So what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at. So at 40, because I'm 40 now.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I'm not about to play these games. I don't have time to waste.
So do you have any memorable comments from that post? Because I saw that that post just took off.
Yeah,
I tried to check back to see what other single women were saying, because honestly, I hear a lot of women say, that the men that they like don't seem to like them. Mm-hmm. And then the men that are crazy about them, they don't like. And I wonder, I was thinking today that there's only two, and I could be wrong, but I just be thinking, so I'm just gonna tell you what I think. You don't mean I'm right. I was thinking today, when that happens, either you chose the wrong man or you weren't ready for the situation. Mm-hmm. Are those the only two options? Paige, what you think?
One of the things I will say, one of the things Trina said is that when somebody is interested in you, they're gonna put their best foot forward. Yep. They're gonna make time for you. They're gonna they want to see you. They're gonna keep in touch. You're not gonna just get one text in the morning and then all of a sudden all day you didn't get anything or hear anything. And it's not that you have to hear from that person every hour on the hour. It's just that person is thinking about you. Yep. And when they're thinking about you, just spontaneously, I think nowadays people have gotten to the point where they're like, I don't want to show that person too much. Mm-hmm. Or I don't want to show that person I like them more than they like me. Yeah. Because the thought is, you want somebody who likes you more than that you like them. Mm-hmm. And I hear that all the time. I hear that from men who say, you want somebody who likes you more than you like them.
Mm-hmm. I don't want that.
I don't either.
I want somebody that I'm 100% in, because I want that feeling. I've had that feeling before, and that's a great feeling. I don't want, I hear women say that a lot, get a guy that wants you more than you want him. I don't want that, though, because then I feel like I'm kind of faking it to some degree.
And I don't want to fake it.
I'm like putting up with you.
But then, too, not to be confused with, because then they also love bomb, right? Yeah. So then it's like, you gotta be able to discern, like, okay, is this really because you like me, or are you love bombing trying to manipulate me? So it's like all type of games, because I've had that too. I'm like, whoa.
So how do you know the difference between just the love bombing and that they really are into
I feel like with the love bombing, like, if you've only known me for a couple days and you just, like, it's overkill. You just know. I'm an energy person. I'm like, it's just too much, and then it kind of feels manipulative. Like, well, I'm doing this for you. I'm like, but you doing too much. Like, too much too soon to me feels like love. But I think it's like when they like you, and it's just like a gradual, organic, it's flowing. Like, you'll know. To me, I
mean, I think that's true, because technically, the things that we really want don't cost money. Right. It's the small things. It's the sentiments. It's just really showing me them actions that match your words. So it's like, just kind of do the things that really don't cost, right? And that's the things that we really asking for, right? Because we all pretty much know how to get our own money.
Right.
But what can you give me that don't cost you money, right? Your time, those messages throughout the day, showing up and supporting, attention. I mean, and just like more than physical attention where we, in the bed, because love is a whole bunch of different things.
And it's a verb, and that's what I've been trying to get them to understand.
Word.
I actually was just
it's an action
word.
Talking to one over the last like 6 months, and this man swear, he literally actually I have a text, he said, but I love you though. I said, you don't love me? Like, how, bro? And I told him, I said, if that's really how you feel, nothing in your actions has shown me that you love or cared about me in 6 months. But I don't believe it though. I don't believe it.
It hasn't shown it at all?
No. Like, but I haven't been like talking to him consistently for like, I kind of cut it off. Honestly, after like 90 days, I had kind of cut it off. But you know how they keep trying to creep back around and find their way back. And he told me that, and I was like, baby, you don't love me. I said, you don't even know me. How do you love me? You might care about me a little bit, but none of your actions have showed me that you love me. So why are you texting me this? And you texting it to me.
And you texting it to me.
Yeah.
Why you ain't call me and say you love me?
Why you send me some flowers? Why you?
Right.
So yeah.
Show up at my door.
And we too.
No, don't show up at my door.
No, right, don't pop up.
I'll take that back.
Don't pop up.
Because then you might get your feelings
So I'm
hurt.
just like, don't show up at my door.
You won't
That's
get
gonna
in.
trigger me for sure.
With me.
That's gonna trigger me for sure.
Don't pop up, please.
To me, love is a verb. It's actions. I don't want to hear nothing about what you're gonna do, what you can do, what you did in the past. Show me right now. So that's what I said. If my presence don't inspire you to do the most, naturally, I'm not the girl for you. And I'm okay. I made another post that said, if I'm not your dream girl, I'm absolutely okay with you going to find her.
Right. Absolutely.
Because why are we wasting time?
Absolutely. So, Tiffany, have you had that experience where the guy that you like didn't like you, and the ones that you?
Of course. I think we all kind of went through that. I feel like it's just, I mean, it's one part is chemistry, right? It's just, it's something there. When you talk to someone, you are attached to them. We don't know what it is, right? That's why we want to get to know them, find out more about them, kind of see what they're about. But most of the time when I do like somebody, it comes up where it's just not a good fit. The time might not be right. I might like them more than they like me, or, and it's not to say it got anything to do with looks, but they don't look like I should be with them. Yeah. So I mean, and
what that look like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what that look like?
Because that looks like, right? It looks like what most couples would think it would look like. The person that I'm standing next to, I need to match my fly. We need to coordinate, right? We need to look in unison together, right? And so people, they put on this facade, and then you really get to know them, and then you like, you know what? I thought I liked you, but I really don't. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, again, it's not the appearance, it's the attitude.
It is.
Right? It's the way they carry themselves, or, like we talked about earlier, showboating.
Yeah.
How can you really necessarily say, I like you, and then again, when I am liking you, you like everybody else.
That part. They be for the streets.
Oh, the streets. They ran through.
Baby.
I mean,
Especially this age group.
they ran through, right? They ran through.
Age group.
I'm like,
listen, in this age group, I think if it still work, they just trying to use it up before
everything moving. If it's moving, they trying to tag it. Okay.
They trying to get the most use out of what's left. Yeah.
I feel like we all been there though. Yeah.
Paige.
I sort of I laugh sometimes, and when I'm talking to my guy, we're talking about, man, if we both had to go back out there, like the things I hear, I've gotten so used to somebody open my doors. I got so used to making sure I talk to somebody every day. I got so used to being able to bump, we talk to each other every day and say, hey, I was thinking about this, and your ideas and things like that, or oh, let's plan a trip for this, and you're not worried about if I like him more, he likes me more, and also, and he would say it all the time, because when we first started dating, part of it was just like with you, I was so busy with my kids, right? So I had my kids every other weekend. So on the weekend I didn't have them, I was like single girl, right? Like I was in Chicago all the time with X. I was just I was just living my best life. But when I had my kids, I'm mom. I'm like, we got games, we got lacrosse, we got football, all that. And so what would happen is we're hanging out for the weekend, then I come back, I'm basically in mom mode. And so in the evening, I'm cooking this. So I remember one day he was like, I don't know, do you have somebody else? And I was like, what? And he was like, because you're never available in the evening. Well, I got my kids. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until he became a part of our lives, he was like,
oh, now I see.
Yeah, he was like, when I finally brought him around the kids and, and introduced them and he blended into our family, that he was like, man, I used to really be like, what is she doing at night and stuff? He said, but you be on it, and things like that. And I think getting to know someone, and in this day and age, everybody pretty much has kids. So you work around that, like, right? Like, okay, but I'm not going to make you choose between me or my kids.
Right.
And I think nowadays, it's, she ain't got time for me. And I always say, I feel very strongly, if I don't match what you need, then I'm not the one.
I'm not for you.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay.
I'm okay with that. And I think sometimes it goes back to why I don't like him and he likes me, or he likes me and I don't like him. You know, and it's because a lot of it has to do with timing as well.
Yep, for sure.
Timing.
I agree.
I feel like I've meet that person. Met a lot of good men on paper. Like they'll check. I'm like, oh my God, he another hustler. I love hustle. Like another hustler, entrepreneur, handsome, fly, and then and I'm like, you have no person that I need depth. Like the space I'm in right now, I need depth. I don't want surface level. So I think that's another thing too. It's like, I don't like you, like me, but I don't like you because. What are we talking about?
Once you get to know them, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
That is a real problem.
It is a problem.
They have, and I think it's because for centuries, men have only been required to be providers. And so they never developed any of those other things because now we can provide for ourselves. So now we need something different from you. So we've changed, but all of them haven't changed
They
yet.
are literally still the same.
They have none of those interpersonal
worse,
skills.
And I don't know, but they actually got worse.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
They got worse.
And I think, too, and we talked about this last time I think I was on, that a lot of women in this, especially I feel like this generation that's doing our healing work, right? And really in tune with self, healing self, mental, physical, spiritual. And they not a lot, I can't say all, but a lot of men not there. So now I'm here.
And you're down there.
And you're here. Like, we're not going to be equally yoked. So then that comes into play, too. Because I say I don't want to deal with no man that has not engaged in any type of healing work. Even if you're in the process, I'm even fine with that. But if I met him and he was like, I don't have trauma. You're a black man in America, baby. You have trauma. Like,
we all got some trauma.
We all got something. But if you're not even going to address it, and I had one, I literally told him, I said, you have so much healing work to do, and I can't help you with that. And this is not going to work. And he had mommy issues. I'm like, baby, this is...
But see,
and they don't recognize it.
Acknowledging is key, right? And that's another thing that kind of it puts you in a space like, oh, I liked you for a minute. Until I recognize you don't even acknowledge.
You don't even acknowledge it. You don't realize you got something wrong.
Just small things.
So you can't correct it if you don't realize there's a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, there are quite a few like that. And you see their triggers. And it's like, especially if you're a life coach, if you actually study some stuff, you see those things in them, and it's just like, oh yeah. But the first rule is you can't help nobody that don't want help.
Themselves. But then also in saying that, because a lot of us are doing our healing work, and now I figured out my triggers, baby. Now you triggering me.
Okay.
I keep saying, I'm like, I'm okay in the space I've been in, like being single, and just I said, because men deregulate my nervous system, and I'm just not in the space of willing to let you deregulate my nervous system.
That almost sounds like a good thing.
It's not. I I don't want I don't want my nervous system deregulated.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dysregulated, deregulated. I don't know the right word.
I think mine's been deregulated.
When you say that, what exactly? Like, what exactly do you mean?
The emotional roller coaster, the games, the hot and cold, the do he like me, do he not like me? I haven't heard from. I don't want to do none of that.
Wow.
I don't want to do none of that.
Oh,
and
I
also,
didn't take it like that. I was
Which
thinking
you
something
see.
else. I'm sorry.
We know where your mind be at. Okay. See where your
that's
mind.
a different system, man. That ain't my nervous system. That's a whole different
Your
system.
nervous
you're talking about.
system, all kind of
I don't want
systems be deregulated.
But okay, so I'm gonna be very honest.
When you
and
shaking
transparent.
uncontrollably, that's not your.
You know what?
That's a whole
I'm just
different
saying.
system.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I mean, you ain't wrong, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm more so talking about like the emotional roller coaster, like the up and down, hot and cold, back and forth. I don't want to do
But
that.
see, those are the guys that got those weird attachment issues or those traumas, right? They don't know how to necessarily communicate, right? The simplest thing you could do is talk to me. That's really what we want. They can't even talk to you, right? And they're always necessary. And then I'm not saying they as a whole, but you know, just the people that we kind of encounter, they always want to bring up the past. They're still stuck with what the old ones, plural, did, and then they want to throw it in your face if it's you. And then you have to say, hey, listen, new person, new time, new place, bring it back. But some guys are just still stuck where they don't know how to communicate, right? And that's where they get the messing with the nervous system, right? Because they don't know if you truly into me, honey, you could just pick up your green button work too. Pick up the phone and call. Text sometimes, you know. Talking about
but they don't want to be vulnerable.
They don't know how to communicate.
Vulnerability too.
Right. But that's too because other young ladies now, we got to be mindful. They doing a lot of things strange and they ain't getting out a piece of change. Right, because it wouldn't have the men so expecting so less of us.
That's true.
Right? They have to be getting something somewhere that's allowing them to feel like they're entitled to play with our time. They're entitled to call back when they want to. They're entitled to hit you up at an hour when they know you got a job, right? Because we pretty much let them know, listen, honey, I do this, and that.
They can call when they want to. They just ain't gonna get no
they
answer.
They ain't gonna get no answer. But the
call.
fact that you don't even respect that timing shows me that you still got a couple things you need to work with, and I thought I liked you and I don't.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean? And that's just how it goes.
My biggest thing is miss me with the bare minimum and breadcrumbs.
Ooh,
Miss me
okay.
with that. I don't want no bare minimum and breadcrumbs.
So let me ask you again, because I'm not necessarily in the. So when you're dating, like, what is your expectation of them, and what is your expectation that you think that they should receive from you?
Kind of what I said before. That's the thing. I don't have like this unrealistic expectations. I just want like the communication, put some effort, put some time in.
So let me ask you. So
and I'll reciprocate.
So, but do you only reciprocate if they do it?
Initially, yes.
Okay.
Initially, like, I don't feel like as women that we should be initiating too much. I feel like, but now once we get into it, no, I'm saying like, I want you to know that I like you, but I'm not going to perform or try to get you to like me. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of things
I understand
to get
that,
you,
but
to
what
get
I'm
you
saying
to
is,
like me.
What I'm
I
saying is,
understand.
for instance, if you want to talk to that person, do you pick up the phone and call?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm more so saying like I'm not planning dates right out the bat because I hear that too. Like, oh well, as a woman, should we be planning and paying for a date? Not at first. I'm not.
Right.
Because to me it feels too performative. Like I'm trying to get you to
like me,
and I'm gonna do all these things and see that I'm worthy. I'm gonna do all these things for him and show him I'm her. So whatever he got going on, he gonna pick me out of all of them because I separate. No, baby, I'm not doing none of that. Now, once we get in it and like. Now, okay, I'm gonna start reciprocating it, and I've done that. Like, but I've heard like a lot of men actually don't like that. I don't know if y'all have heard that. Like, they don't like when we like initiate too much. But I don't know if that's true. But I have heard that.
Well, they ain't got to worry about me. So,
I mean,
it is true that we don't like when when we initiate things. Y'all want to be like.
Because, I mean, the dog's supposed to chase the cat, right? I thought that was like an old school saying, like, the dog chased the cat. But, like, now it's difficult for us because the cat be chasing the dog.
Right.
Like you said,
buying
him.
I'm not doing that.
And doing, you know, and so that puts the strong women in a whole different position where we almost have to try to either step completely away or either dumb it down.
And I'm not
Right, and I'm not going to dumb myself down because I worked too hard to get to where I am now.
Yep.
So either you're going to take me as a whole or figure out what not to do with me, you know. And I'm like you, I'm okay with that. I think most of us are. But the problem still lies is that why do we still have to go through
What's that sound?
me? I don't know. They getting it in over there though. They ain't getting it in.
I don't even know her mind, where her mind going.
I don't know.
What you hear?
You don't hear that?
Wait, I hear it.
But what you thinking when you hear it?
No, just what you think you hear it is what
I
we
don't
trying
know.
to find out.
I'm just like, I just keep hearing it. I know it's going to show up on the show. Go ahead, keep going.
No, but I was just saying, you know, that I think that's a problem too that allows us to think we like this guy and find out we don't. Is because they really want us to chase them.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that is really important to me, he had her to say something crazy, and I was like, what? Let me hang up this phone. And he said something to the tune of what you kind of hit on. Women nowadays will put a ring on a nigga finger if they want them.
He said what?
Yeah.
I said,
He said. He said women. He said women put the ring on the finger.
they better got me a ring by now.
Yeah. That's really
I
how they
said-
feel. They the prize.
I said, ooh, see,
Yeah.
But you've been seeing the post when you see it was just
You
a
do
post that
see
the
women
women
dude
doing
was
posing.
holding the baby and the girl got down on her knee and proposed. Baby,
So
I
I'm
be
just
thinking
like-
that stuff is a skit.
nah, listen.
Listen.
Man, that type of love never
That's
find
got to
me.
be a skit.
right, no, but see, actually,
What happened to all the men? Like, you know, and I'm not saying that the women nowadays, there are some women who are like, I'm strong, I don't need no man, yada, yada, yada. And need is again, we talked about need versus want in another podcast. But what I'm saying is, when you step outside of alignment, to me, who you were born to be, if you say the man chases the cat, what is the woman doing when she getting down on her knees and stuff?
Right.
Like
I don't understand.
I don't get that.
I
Like,
don't understand.
and I know sometimes I have, like, you know, my thought process, and then sometimes I'm like, well, no. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I
No,
just
'cause I'm not
like
gonna do
I would lose, like, if, like, I would lose respect for that person.
I mean, well,
I
not
mean,
only that, that's
really, it
almost
seems weird, but I would.
disrespecting ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Right. And it could be seen in a different light, but isn't that like degrading ourselves in a way?
Well, for me, it's
It
like
just
you have
gets
changed
desperate.
society so much, and I understand people want to be, you know, change society and say we do this and we ain't got to do old school and this, that, and other things. But when do you? How does the man? Then you want the man to be the provider,
Right.
But you got
But
down
you
on
got
your
on
knees,
his
and you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying. You want to
Exactly.
be a team and want him to lead, but you got down on your knees. Like, I don't
Yeah.
get that.
So I know this guy, and his wife proposed to him, and so we were on the phone, and he told me that his wife didn't want him talking to me because I had dated him before, and his wife didn't want him talking to me, and I said, well, what you doing on the phone with me then? And he said, well, she asked me to marry her, so she should be willing to put up with some stuff.
see what I'm saying?
I believe
Oh, I
See,
Those were
but-
his
and they really
exact
feel like they the
words.
prize.
See what I'm saying?
And at that very moment,
You knew.
you know,
At that very moment, you were like, "Hallelujah, I saved myself."
right? Hallelujah! I
Yes.
saved myself.
Yes, yes.
Man.
I know exactly.
It just gives like, and unfortunately, some women or people in general just aren't okay with being alone. So then it's like, what?
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's a real.
If you're not okay with being alone, then you're gonna settle for whatever. You're gonna chase behind. You're gonna perform. Cause that's even so. Like the men that chase behind women that don't want them, then they be mad because, well, I spent all this money and I did this and I took right. But if the energy wasn't matching and she was or she didn't like you, that's on you. Like that's on you if you gonna.
They always
do all
investing
that.
into the wrong one, though. I mean, I feel like, because we all grown enough now where we know where, okay, she's just trying to get some money from me.
Right.
You know, from a man's standpoint, we know she's just trying to get some money. Or as a woman, we know, like, okay, yeah, I don't like him, but I'm going to get what I need because I got to do what whatever the case is. But it's like the ones that actually do, kind of get that, it be with the ones that you wouldn't even think that they match.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the person you would have least expected. And so it's just like the standards is different, right?
But I feel like men are often entitled.
Oh, yes.
They just assume because they talking to you, you should be happy that a man is talking to you. I don't understand that. I don't understand that logic. I mean, I know I'm not 20 anymore, but there's still a line. You can get at the end of the line. I don't understand how they feel entitled that just because they speak to you, you're supposed to, and then they can't tell. The reason that they can't tell that these women is after their money, especially these older dudes, they just really think that these young 20, 30-year-old women want they 60, 70-year-old butts, right? Nigga, you got a pension and Social Security. And so a guy that I was dating, one of his friends got caught up with that. The dude is retired, 62, got his stuff. And so the young chick, she get pregnant. Now he had to go get another job because now she taking the child support. And that's what they want. This other dude that I met that I was thinking about dating until he told me that he had a 5-year-old.
No.
I don't do none of that. I'm like, you just really took yourself out of the dating game. And he's like, well, I met this girl and I thought we was going to get married, but then she got pregnant and then she was gone. They don't understand because they feel this entitlement like, oh yeah, I know she want me because I'm a man and I'm talking to her. Oh, and don't let them have a little money.
Yeah.
Because then there's no such thing as
nobody doesn't want them.
Somebody want them. You should want because you stable. And what's that other word? This dude told me he was stable.
I feel like the ones that got a little motion, they the worst.
Because they want to control you, don't they?
Not even to control. Them the ones that want to be chased.
And control
because they feel like it's not a lot of them.
They don't have to chase because they meet the quota that most women want. If they're tall, if they got a good job, if they make 6 figures, if they black with a job or white with whatever your preference is, if they got certain things, the majority of the women are chasing that. Yeah. So they don't feel, and they have lost that momentum to go after the woman because once they get a woman and she's okay with bare minimum and breadcrumbs. Yeah, exactly. And she wants him to court her or date her or whatever. He doesn't even know how to do it.
He don't even want to. He don't want to do it.
Most of the time, he doesn't know even how to do it because it's been. You walk in a room and everybody looking at the same person. He got his pick.
You know what? I think. So I might be a bare minimum and breadcrumbs.
You irritated.
You better not be.
I think I might be because I want that interpersonal thing. So I don't need a $200 dinner or nothing like that because I worked in food service when I was younger. I done ate everything from ostrich and I ate everything. So that's I don't even want to go out to eat.
But that's not what I mean when I say that.
Okay, what you mean?
To me, breadcrumbs and bare minimum is like you breadcrumbing me, meaning how we was talking about before. You texted me good morning at 8 a.m. and then I don't hear from you for a day or two, and now the breadcrumb is, oh, now I'm gonna text her good morning again. Them little things that you trying to get me to string me along and drop the little breadcrumb. That's what I mean.
Okay.
And bare minimum to me is just like, okay, you texting all day, but what else?
Because I had a woman on this one thread I was commenting on. They were talking about, because everybody meet on social media now a lot. I mean, you bartend, so you probably meet a lot of people in person too.
We can talk about that because I see everything.
I meet a lot because I am out, but when I'm out, I'm usually at an event or working the event because I plan the event or whatever. So I meet most of the guys online, and so I'm not one. I'm one that wants to go to the coffee date for the first date.
Yeah, I don't mind
because I don't want to waste my time at a whole dinner with somebody that I'm either not attracted to or don't have any chemistry with, or I can't stand their conversation. They have no conversation. I think a lot of people, women, we're stereotyped, especially if you look a certain way. You stereotype. They think there's absolutely nothing going on up there. All they got to do is, buy you some food and all that kind of stuff, and it's all good. But, my interests are vast. Yeah. And I've been doing this show for a long time, 14 years now. So I've talked to a whole lot of people from a whole lot of different walks of life. So I got a whole lot of information, a little bit on everything,
Yeah.
right? So if you talking to me and your conversation is really weak, I get bored.
Yeah.
Because I talk all the time, right? I get bored. I be sitting there. I don't want to go on a first date on a whole dinner.
I agree.
I'm not getting
I'm
dressed.
saying like what?
Yeah.
I would
Well, listen
prefer
to
to
you.
go on a coffee or some kind of other thing. If this is our first time meeting,
Casual,
because
yeah.
I have been catfished before, but I'm not gonna tell that story again. But I don't want to waste all of that time. And then this one chick, she told me, she said that I was part of the problem
Oh, okay.
because I allow men to do less.
That's no.
You know,
I
because
don't
she want to get dressed up and go out with a stranger and not have any clue what he
Okay,
gonna say.
and then
That
what
don't
can
make no
happen? What
sense
just
to
happened
me.
to me? I just told y'all about that lunch date at Carson's, and it was terrible. And I'm like, I want to get out of here.
You be stuck.
Whereas if a little coffee date, I can be like, man, okay, have a nice
Girl,
day. But
you
now
get
we
your
gotta
mocha
wait for
frappe
the food.
and
Because I want my food. I'm about to
You
say
could be
it.
gone.
One-way conversation, and the man talked about himself the whole time, and everything was about his money. And I'm like, sir.
and I hate those kind. And then they talk about women only want money, but that's all you
But if
talking
that's all
about.
you led with, then
That's
so
what
if
you
I ask for
lead
some
with.
money, now you mad.
Because that's all they really have to offer, right? That's really, basically, you starting out letting me know that's all you got to offer. That's all
That's
this is about,
it.
right? And it's not going to work.
Right.
And that's that string alone that we get. Because when we meet them, it's a whole different cat, right? And then now.
Oh, the representative.
You know, and so now you find out who they really are. It's really just a whole waste of time.
This is your conversation. It's like, yeah, I could pay your bills. I'll be like, yeah, I could pay my bills
That's
too.
what he said. That's what the dude at the lunch. That's what he told
Now
me
what?
at the lunch.
Now what we got?
He didn't ask me nothing about myself the whole time. He knew I bartended, but never knew I had a whole business. I own a whole shop. And he didn't ask me nothing. So then when I said, oh, I got clients tomorrow, he's like, oh, clients for what? I said, well, had you asked, I got a whole business and I got clients in addition to the bartending. He was like, oh, you a hustler for real? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you ain't gonna have to do that no more. I'm here now. I'm gonna take care of you. You ain't gotta, wait, he said, you ain't gotta do your little business anymore. Baby, we are done here. Yeah. I was like, yep.
That's
No,
so irritating, right?
no, we're done here.
Yeah,
you
Because
already
you
yeah.
just dismissed
minimize
my
me.
business and minimize me.
Already.
Yeah.
Little business.
Yeah.
The last one
It's
told me
rough
my
out here.
life was about to change.
Right, it's
he
hard
said my
out
life
here.
about to change. I'm thinking like you ain't even talked to me about whether I wanted my life to change. How are you planning to change my life? What does this change look like?
Listen, I asked myself, so what you want to save me? What are we talking
But they
about?
think they do though. See, they think they could save somebody by saying, "Oh, I got this little money, or I'm gonna change your life." But look, I ain't seen a dime.
Right.
You talk about it,
The
and be
cash
about
app
it, right?
go ding.
Oh,
I don't want to hear about it.
baby. You get to asking about that. Oh, I ain't even got no cash on my cash app. I'm gonna call you back.
All you got to do is hit add money.
Right.
It
And
comes
who
right
wants
out
to
your
play
bank.
those games, right?
That's
I mean,
my point.
who
I'm
wants
like,
to play those games? Like,
I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna deregulate my nervous system.
Let me.
All right. Well, now I don't know. Sometimes a deregulated nervous
Vertically,
system
you're
could
not gonna
be a good thing.
You're not gonna vertically deregulate my nervous system.
You instantly made me
I'm
laugh.
kind of with that deregulation, but
dead.
okay.
I'm past due anyway.
Okay, Paige, co-host Paige, how we doing on time?
Good.
As she checks.
We're about time up.
Oh yeah, I thought we might be about that time. I was waiting for you standing up. You need to come to the mic. Come on over here to the mic.
He couldn't wait. You see how fast he got up? He got some questions.
He was ready.
Oh, jeez.
He knows the routine.
Okay.
You gonna need another sheet.
Yeah, I am. You got some?
You got
This.
3 more to go.
Okay. First, when y'all was speaking about chasing, right? I don't feel like nobody should be chasing nobody if it's already like that.
You mean
Yeah.
if they both already like each other?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
What I'm
Okay.
chasing you for? You already right here. You know what I mean?
I think it's about effort.
I think it's the effort.
It's effort.
Yeah, it's about effort.
Are you gonna initiate some effort so
Yeah.
that I know?
Once again, exactly. If that's already understood or already being shown from both parties, right? That chasing stuff, that's over with.
But it got to start.
It
Somewhere.
got to start somewhere.
But also, I don't like the word chase because to me, if you chasing something running away from
Right.
you,
Ex-
so it's
See,
like we
that-
really
that's what
shouldn't
I'm
be
talking about.
chasing. But
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
None of that.
Put the effort into getting to know me. That's what we saying. Like, put the effort into getting to know me.
Then doing what we want, right? If, like you spoke on it a couple of times when you were telling about different situations, right? About how people would say, guys would say stuff like, well, I did this and I did that and all of that, right? If you gotta mention it, then it didn't come from a natural place anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, because I'm not gonna do nothing that I'm gonna have to remind you of later on.
Right.
Because you know what I did.
Right.
I don't have to. Hey, remember what?
And then we don't want you to do nothing
Yeah,
else.
come on.
Once you
Please
throw it up
don't
in
do
my
nothing
face,
else.
don't
Like
do nothing
hanging
else
out.
for
And
me.
don't do nothing else to me after that,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
Thank you,
For
sir.
real.
Stop it.
That's foul. You don't do that.
For real.
Showing who we are. Now, some females. Now, I ain't saying none of y'all. But I'm just
Women or females?
saying, period. Females. Period. Women. Females.
Women, period.
All the same.
Is there?
Shit.
There's no difference.
There is.
That's another show. Don't do that.
I'm like, there is.
But, okay, but for real though, a lot of time, because one is so open to certain things, right? They may look like, oh, he's sweet, or he a trick, or whatever, right? But that may be how one is naturally is. And it's nothing, because he ain't looking at it like that. Or with no expectations either. Just want to see people happy and smile around them. You know what I mean? Like, here, do that, whatever. It's nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that applies to everybody, because a lot of my guys, being honest, when they do certain stuff, they be expecting something.
Yeah.
But while they doing it, they putting on as if that's what it is. That's how, you know what
That's
I mean?
how they are. And-
Right. Like, man,
And that's
stop.
the part that we talking about is hard to decipher, right?
Yeah.
Because if you truly doing something for me, baby, you doing it for me because you want to.
Right.
Right? You're not necessarily putting on this front, but this is because it's who you are. But if you doing this with something in return,
Yeah.
you know,
The
to be
expectation.
expected, well then,
that's
I
fine.
mean, you giving me mixed signals, and let's be clear, you out here doing this with me, her,
Right.
her. You just took everybody out in the whole room on a date. Right, and you didn't chase everybody else. Not to say chasing, but you done ran behind the same people that you want to run behind you. I mean, it's kind of confusing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's where that comes in.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell a difference.
Absolutely. And I totally agree with that. Because at the end of the day, for those that like really know me and just not know of me, I'm the same for the most part with everybody. And anything I don't like, I'm going to speak on it. I'm like, hey, man, that right, man, listen, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to speak on it. It ain't no secret, ain't no surprise, none of that. You know what I mean? And the last thing is money being up front, right? If you are enjoying another person, male or female, it don't matter. I don't feel like that should be even in the conversation.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what you do and how you get it can be briefly spoke upon. Hey, I got this going on. I do this or that, but that shouldn't be
The bulk of the conversation.
absolutely not.
But if you don't got nothing else to talk about,
No.
and there's no depth and it's surface level. But I just want to touch on what you said, because you kind of just told on y'all. That's why I be saying. That's why I be saying.
Thank you very much.
Representative,
Thank you very much.
That first
Thank
90
you.
days, you got to get to that 60 to 90 day mark for that mask to fall off and that representative, because they going to
Yep.
show up and do the most of the time with the expectation, oh, I did all this for her, so now she got to give me some. Like, that's really how y'all.
They
you
ain't
know,
gotta
what?
do nothing.
Look,
no, I'm
Yeah,
saying that's
what?
how
I
they
know,
think
yep.
it.
what is
Yeah.
some?
Hold on.
What is the
hold,
sum?
Hold on.
I ain't saying you, but I'm saying that's
I
how a
get
lot
that.
of men
But-
be
but-
thinking.
But see, that's where the separation from men and boys come in at, right? Because if whatever's gonna happen, like anything else, business, personal life, whatever it is, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I don't have to push for it to happen. I don't have to push to die, because I know it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So I don't have to. If that connection is there with someone like that. I don't have to push for like, well, now she owe me. She, no.
But you think like that. A lot of other men don't.
Yeah.
That's why we up here having our own panel.
I was out on a date with a guy once. This was so many years ago, back when Applebee's was over at, what's that place on Capitol? What's that called? Midtown?
Midtown.
Yeah, yeah, it was so long ago. And I think I ordered the freaking Alfredo something. And he said, you know what side of the menu that's on, right? Oh, girl. So I got up, I told you I worked at food. So I got up, found our server. I said I had to go to the bathroom. Found my server, paid for my stuff, had them package it up, stayed in the bathroom, came back out, sat down for a second. The lady brought my bag. I left.
Period.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing before we take a break, right? So I had this cat, right, that was getting money, right? Smelling good, looking good, all of this stuff, right? The controlling part about him is that he didn't have that access when he wanted to. So right? That missing me for a week and then hitting me up the week that you want me and calling when you want to call. So I just say, listen, I can't deal with it no more. I'm going to let you do you. I'm going to actually go with the space you created for us. Let's keep it. That ninja, and this was my bad because I let the ninja know where I stayed at. Put all 4 of my tires on the flat.
Girl.
And then blamed me and said, you made me have a sucker attack.
Oh, Lord.
Said,
No, you just a sucker.
Listen, if I had never, right? But that was my kick into reality that if you allow... All 4 of them, baby. Let me tell you. And when I'm going to tell you about them live video cameras, them home cameras, them doorbells, is if you watch it live, it's not going to record the action that's happening. Right? Because I'm watching him pop the tires. I'm like, ooh, I got it on camera. Ain't had nothing on camera.
Dang.
Listen,
Oh,
and
that's
then
messed up.
to go a step further before we go, because he got money, he said, come outside and get this money. I know you want this money. I know you going to come out for this money.
Wow.
I'm not coming up. You crazy.
What kind of dude was that?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
the one that cannot take no good punani.
Girl.
He cannot take any good punani. No, I'm just, but I said that to say mentally, that's what we deal with, right? Those traumas that they have that you can't even accept. No.
Yeah, they don't
Do you know
handle
what I
rejection
mean?
well.
Oh, yeah.
No, they
Yep.
don't handle
They have a
rejection.
straight fit with no.